Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. I'm also from Harmony on High Street in Campbelltown. So, Tasmania, Campbelltown, Tasmania. So welcome. I am here to pull some cards and share some guidance for this week ahead. That's this week starting Monday the 24th of February through to Sunday the 2nd of March 2025. So while you're coming over, I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website or at Harmony on High Street. Thank you so much for your support. Your support helps me be able to keep being here and sharing these types of videos and resources to you. So hopefully you find something helpful in what I share. So what I share has been happening for 20 years tomorrow. Tomorrow is Temple of Balance's 20th birthday. On the 25th of February 2025, well, I started it on the 25th of February 2005 when I was a young mother. How old was I? 20 years ago, so I must have been 28 then. So I was a pretty young mum, had 2 young children, and I decided that I wanted to try something different because I wanted to be able to hang out with my children. I wanted to be able to pick them up from school and be there for them. So I thought I could go back to my hairdressing, or I could try something different. So I tried something different, and it worked out. It worked out to be a really good decision. So, I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Monday the 24th of February, and the time is 9:28 a.m. So welcome. So tomorrow on the 25th, we are doing, or I am hosting, an online birthday party. So I've got 5 different activities, and they're happening at various times throughout the day, all day. It goes over an 8-hour period. And we'll be doing cards, drumming, a bit of art, and a few different things. You're welcome to join me if you're interested. It's just a small exchange, and you can register for 1 or 2 or all of those events and activities on my website, templeofbalance.com.au. But what I'm doing now is I'm pulling some cards for the week. So what I'll be doing is using my oracle cards here. These are 2 decks combined. These are decks I created. We have the Animal Kingdom oracle cards and the Speed of Light oracle cards. These have been combined to make a deck of 110 cards. And I'll be using this deck to find the best cards that the majority of us need for this week. How do I know that they're the best cards? Because that's my intention. And I trust 100% in my cards and my intuition. And I trust in the unfolding of these moments. So the right cards will find their way to the top of the deck. I trust. So I recommend that you take on board what feels right, what resonates, and what fits into your life easily, and let the rest go. And let's see what happens. So, thank you and welcome, Emily. Debbie's here. Thanks, Debbie. Hi, Nettle. And Joseph's here too. Welcome to you all. Thanks for joining me today. I'm shuffling the cards and asking the cards to show the majority of us what do we need to know for this week. So I need to specify the dates. So what do we need to know for this week starting Monday the 24th of February through till Sunday the 2nd actually. Sunday the 2nd of March 2025. And the best cards are, we'll go with these. So I'm going to lay them down here next to me, face down. So just bear with me a moment. We'll do a rainbow shape today. 6 cards. And then I'm going to put one in the middle for something. Okay, so let's see what we've got starting the week here. Monday the 24th of February, and we have a Speed of Light Oracle card, and we're starting with card 1 for Monday. It's called Boundaries, and it says truth, protection, courage and bravery. So this is highlighting or reminding us to perhaps look at or reinforce or enforce our boundaries. Might be playing out or might be quite loud for some of us, especially as we start this week. So what we might be looking at is or assessing, where do our boundaries feel a bit too relaxed? Where have we got things just sort of coming and going and there's a lack of structure in some ways too we could look at, but a lack of a line drawing in our life, where we need to draw the line on things, not only between us and others and how we spend our time, but also with ourselves. There might be lines that we need to draw in regards to things that we can be addicted to, even things like technology, bad habits. So we might draw the line and go, right, this is enough for that. So that might be a boundary that we create or draw in the line, a line we draw in the sand for ourselves, so we don't tip over the edge, if you like, and go too far with something. There's also this boundary feeling here in regards to our relationships or our connections, same sort of thing, with other people. So if there's been challenges in regards to us and others, especially demands on us or demands on our time, or maybe we're giving our power away to other people, then it might be something that we're assessing at the moment. Early this week are our boundaries. So the first thing to probably do is assess what is the current state of our boundaries, and if something's not quite right, what can we do to draw up a new boundary for ourselves, like a new boundary line. I mostly see my personal boundaries as like a farm fence. And sometimes, without me probably realizing it, I might be looking at something over here and missing something over there. And sometimes this fence comes down and then other livestock comes in, or my livestock goes out. And then there's this thing that I need to tend to over here, when I've probably been focusing on this other thing. So I want to patrol my boundary fence, like my paddock fence, and see if the fence is up, if it needs repair. If there's areas that have come down, then I want to put that area up. So I want to look at keeping my boundaries, the lines that I draw in my life for different things. I want to make sure these are clear for me. And if they're clear for me, then it's going to be easier for me to enforce those lines or those boundaries, because I know what they are. It's very difficult to enforce a boundary when we don't even know what it is ourselves. So let's remember that step of assessment, assessing our boundaries. So boundaries may be really important as we start this week. Now, we're just going to go day for day here. Tuesday, the 25th of February, is an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. Thanks, everyone. We have this stag, card 42, and it says New Direction. So it looks like we're preparing ourselves to move into a new direction. We're being encouraged to trust our instincts, especially around Tuesday. Trust our instincts in regards to wherever it is that we're going. So direction is about our life's path. It's about, well, basically, where are we going? Where are we going next? What is the next step that's calling us? Maybe there is something that we've already started that we are diving into or moving into. So that would also be a direction. But this card tends to especially apply to a new direction. So what is new that's directing you? Where are you being pulled to that is new and perhaps a little bit different, or a lot different to what you're used to? So that's for Tuesday. Now Wednesday, the 26th of February, we have a Speed of Light Oracle. and it's Twin Flame, card 39. So it says union, love, togetherness, equal and effort. So this brings highlight to love. Wednesday will be a great day, hopefully like any day, to nurture our closest, most loving relationships or relationship if we're sharing our life with someone special. Great time to for intimacy perhaps as well. But it also, if we look more expanded than our closest relationships and out into other relationships, we might also be saying things at the moment like, I haven't spoken to this person for a long time, or I haven't seen you for ages, or all this time has passed by, and before we know it, the weeks without connecting with someone who's important to us, like a family member, may turn into months and could then even turn into years. So this card's also reminding us that the relationships that are perhaps a little bit distant, maybe there's a time or a space they don't live with us, these people, maybe there's effort that's required to keep and help maintain these relationships and connections with other people. So there's an effort that's required, but also this just connection of love, this seeing eye to eye, a great time, especially on Wednesday, for union, for uniting with people who are important to us. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, the 27th of February, we have another Speed of Light Oracle card. We have a featured card. So this is Crystal Beach, and it has further instructions here which say to split the deck and take the top card. So I'm going back to my deck, and I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to let the deck split itself. And we've got an Animal Kingdom Oracle card to go with Crystal Beach. Now look at this. Look at this. I'm going to put that deck back just in case I've got another featured card. Crystal Beach, card 11. The Lion, card 11. So we've got, for the first time that I can recall, 2 11s coming up for our, well, it'd only be these 2 cards because they're the only 11s in the whole deck of 110 cards. So any of you who find 11 significant, or you've been getting 11 signs lately, that's probably important for you. But we're going to look into the cards. We're going to look at these separately first, then we'll look at their relationship together. So Crystal Beach says decision, vision, pondering, clarity, and decide. This card usually comes up when we have a decision that we need to make. So we might find on Thursday there is an important decision that needs to be made. We may even find that sort of hovering even before we get to Thursday. And we might be looking for clarity. So clarity on something, the opposite of something we feel confused about or unsure about. So looking for clarity, making a decision, that sort of thing with this particular card. And we've got the Lion, also card 11, and it says to be balanced with your responsibilities. So this is really taking responsibility of who we are and where we are in our life. Maybe we need to take responsibility for the decisions the decision that we need to make around this time as well. There is a leadership energy in the Lion. It really highlights us leading the way for ourselves. What do we want to do, or how do we want to manage our life moving forward? So we step up as the leader instead of waiting for others or institutions or governments and those sorts of things to lead the way for us. So this is us stepping into our power. It's taking responsibility for ourselves and our life as we step forward and we lead the way. And when we lead the way, we'll probably find that we feel, or that probably coincides with this sense of clarity. So when we feel clear and we have clarity, we also feel confident. Think of the last time you had clarity when you didn't feel confident. They go together. Clarity and confidence goes together. So when we feel uncertain or unsure, sort of the opposite of clarity, we tend to also feel a bit unconfident because we just don't know. We don't know what to do. We don't know which path to take. We don't know which is the best decision to decide upon. So clarity and confidence go together. And the lion really embodies confidence. It embodies leadership and power and courage to step through. So when the clarity lands for us, when it arrives, clarity is looking for us, especially when we have a clear question. We must have a clear question. Otherwise, we're going to not get a clear answer because we don't know what the question is. So if we need to refine what it is we're looking for, refine the question, be really clear about the question, then we can trust a clear answer is going to arrive. A clear answer is looking for the question that we're posing. So a clear intention means a clear response. So if we can be clear, then that will help us too. So clarity and confidence coming in, especially for Thursday. All right, Friday, the last day of the month. We have an Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's the Condor, card 50. And the Condor says to expand your horizons. Look beyond the tunnel vision. So this is very much about if we've been just so focused on the one thing, or we think this is the path to take, or this is the thing to do. The Condor's reminding us to expand from that tunnel vision and look across the horizon. What is the potential that's out there on a more expanded viewpoint or expanded range? So let's be careful, especially when we get to Friday, that we're not too focused, being too stubborn, that we have to take this narrow path. There might be more out there than what meets the eye for us. So let's expand our vision. Let's expand our horizons. Let's look ahead at the potentials that are out there. Doesn't mean all potentials we need to take. Is if we have 20 options, then we can pick the best option for us. We can feel upon which is the strongest path or the strongest potential, rather than being fixated on some small window here, or something small and narrow-minded in some ways, a tunnel vision. So expanding our vision, especially for our future. What do we want as we move forward? And let's make sure we keep our options open so we can let the full scope of the horizon come towards us, and then we have the responsibility, but also the power and the option of picking and choosing in some way. So now we move to the first day of March, Saturday, the 1st of March. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and we have the Rainbow Serpent, card 44 actually, card 44, and it says, take it to the next level. What is it? There is a lot of this sort of moving forward energy, new direction, leading the way forward. We've got expanding our horizons and looking at other options. This is very much like a springboard. So it's like a spring that's pulled back and then it springs forward. So what wants to spring forward or spring up in your particular life? What do you need to take, or what's been calling in you to take to the next level? It feels like it's most likely focused here around our heart. So something that's important to our heart or sits close to our heart, something that's important to us. We're being encouraged to look at how we can take it to the next level. So what does that mean? What do we need to do? What do we need to apply? Or what effort do we need to make to potentially take this thing, advance this thing somehow? It is like an advancement. How can we advance from the mediocre to something more? How can we move out of just surviving and move into that space of thriving and really truly living. So there is something that wants to sort of push past the barrier that we're already in at the moment. What can we do to burst that bubble or step outside that mediocre, that average space with this particular thing? How can we advance our skills? How can we move to the next level? What do we need to do to challenge ourselves to embrace that? So that's the rainbow serpent. So it very much has an upward feeling to it, so up to the next level, an advancement of some sort, whereas a lot of these others are more like a pull forward. The stag is new direction forward. The lion in some ways too is leading the way forward. The condor, even though it's sort of risen, it does feel very expansive out on the horizontal level. So a lot of the energy is pushing us forward, but this rainbow serpent particularly is pulling us up, advancing, lifting, upping the ante, that kind of thing. How can we do that? How can we up the ante in areas of our life or areas of ourselves? Now so that was the rainbow that I laid out. Now Sunday, the 2nd of March, this is the card down right in the middle of the rainbow. So it's a Speed of Light Oracle, and we have Gathering, card 53. That's interesting. We have an exhibition opening on Sunday, so I think we're going to have a gathering. Hopefully someone turns up. I know there'll at least be me and the artist. And it says helping, ready, leader, and meeting. So this is a gathering together of people. So it could be through a meeting, it could be through a reunion or a gathering, a birthday party or some sort of celebration of sorts for Sunday. You might already have something planned or in the works where you're going to gather with other people of significance. Now, another important word here with this card, which has already come up, is the word of leader. Leader, leading the way. Leading the way. So there might be this feeling that we're leading this gathering. We might be taking an important leadership role in this of some description. But there is this sense of embodying the leadership energy that we saw in the lion. The lion is like, come on, lead the way for yourself in your life. This is right. We've got a gathering. We've got people around. Lead the way now. Doesn't mean we need to be controlling as such, although maybe that is part of what we have to do. But how can we lead the way in this particular situation, or especially on Sunday? So there are our cards for the week. Let's see how it plays out as we go through the days of our week. So I am going to pull a theme card in just a moment. But before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you. And if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love if you're watching on Facebook. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. I do suggest that you come back and connect with this video throughout the week to get your bearings. I also like to keep in mind the theme card, which I'm going to pull in a moment as I'm going through the week itself. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the cards I've used today, that I've illustrated and created, the Speed of Light Oracle and the Animal Kingdom, or the Animal Kingdom, you can work with them together like this, or you can work with them individually. You can learn more about them on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. If you'd like to join me tomorrow, it's kind of the last chance. We'll be starting in 23 hours-ish from now. So the last 23 hours to register to join me in these activities. There's different ones. We've got drumming, we've got sound healing, we've got playing with cards, we've got a bit of art therapy, and I forget what the other one is off the top of my head. But if you'd like to register, please have a look on my website. Last chance to do that. I also want to thank you very much for your support, to those of you who do support my work, for helping me and Temple of Balance be able to reach this 20-year milestone. So thank you very, very much. So I'm now looking for the best card for the theme for this week ahead as we transition from February to March. So the best theme card will bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture. So the theme card, the best theme card for the majority of us from the 24th of February to the 2nd of March is this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. Oh, we haven't seen this one for a while. This is the Shelter card. Card 51. And it says to seek safe shelter. So this is highlighting our shelter. Hopefully for most of us that is our home. But for some of us who are in transitioning on the home front, it may not be our home. We may not feel this is really our safe shelter. So it could be a room, could be our bedroom, could be a room somewhere, could be a place in nature. In fact, sometimes our safe shelter is our vehicle, or it could be just a place that we like to visit, that where we feel safe. It's like a shelter. So if this is in the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, this is the shelter for the animals, where they rest, where they heal, where they sleep, where they mend perhaps, or where they feel protected and safe. So there is a homely shelter, safe place, we could say, though that's a bit of an overrated couple of words these days. But there is this sense of safety, protection in the home or in our shelter, whatever this is for us, that is going to play some significance this week. So it probably means we're going to feel like we just, if we're able to, we just kind of want to be at home. There's a feeling of connecting to our roots in regards to our home or that shelter place that I'm talking about here, and certainly a space of protection as well. Maybe some of us need some time to heal, to mend, to recover, catch up on sleep or to rest. So that might be something that sort of overarches this week. Hopefully not the whole week, unless you're seriously recovering from some surgery or some issue. Then sending you lots of love for your recovery and rest period. But hopefully most of us are not going to spend the whole week or the majority of the week sort of resting and recovering. But we might find that we need little pockets of rest time to nurture, to ground, and to go through the things that are sort of coming up for us in our life. So that's that. Thanks so much for connecting. Have a fantastic week ahead. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much.